we'll begin your practice lying on your back, either knees pointed up towards the sky, or maybe let the bottoms of your feet touch in Supta Baddha Konasana, or climb butterfly pose. Maybe place the left hand on the heart and the right hand on the belly, and just begin to simply connect with your breath. Feeling the in-breath on the rise and the out-breath on the fall. Eyes can be closed, and just turning down the thoughts in our mind. Perhaps set an intention for your practice today. And just begin to slow the inhales and even slower exhales. We'll bring the knees to close. Walk your feet out to the edges of your mat and simply let the knees drop in. Feel a counter stretch on the hips. Hands stay where they are. Gently bring the feet back together. We're going to place the hands by your sides. Roll up onto the shoulders. Press strong into your feet, strong into the arms as you lift up into a bridge pose. Roll one vertebra down at a time until your seat hits the floor. Inhale, rise back up, and exhale, roll down the spine. Inhale, press up, and exhale, simply roll. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, fold. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Begin to bring the knees in towards the chest. Either keep the knees still or roll in gentle circles in one direction. And then change the direction, just massaging that low back. And then when you're ready, still the legs. We'll place the hands by our side and gently extend our legs up to the sky. And we can just start to begin to move the ankles playfully, maybe circles, pumps, just whatever feels right to you. But maybe keep the knees a little bit soft here. No need to slam them straight. And when you're ready, on our next breath in, we're going to lower our left leg down. As we exhale, using the core, we'll lift that leg back up. Inhale, lower right leg down. And exhale, leg rises. Inhale, left lowers. Exhale, left rises. Inhale, right lowers. Exhale, right rises. Now, if that feels okay, maybe lift the head and hands and just get a little bit more intense as you lower. Good. Exhale, rising back up. If that still feels okay, maybe both legs lower on an in-breath and exhale, rise back up. Again, inhale, lower, exhale, rise back up. If the back hurts here, just switch back to the single legs or keep the knees really bent as you lower the legs. Good. Inhale, exhale, rise back up. Place the hands behind the head, maybe all 10 finger pads touching the head, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Good. Just opening the chest and closing on the exhale. Exhale. We're going to do 10 of these in total. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Exhale. Exhale. Good. So now just begin to open the elbows. And then open the hands towards the end of your mat. Lower your feet into a low boat. Place the hands at the heart. We're going to start adding a twist. So right elbow comes to left knee as we come to high boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, left elbow to right knee, high boat. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. So moving at your own pace, your own breath. Exhale on the twist. In breath as you come down. Exhale on the twist. Take your time. These are hard. If you're not here yet, just holding what you can. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Now we're going to come back to center. Hold it a little bit longer. Maybe hands reach to the end of your mat. Hold, lift a little higher, and then exhale, lower to the mat. Good. So maybe the hands and feet walk over towards the left edge of your mat as you stretch out the right side waist a little bit more. Good. And then they walk over to the right side of your mat. Stretch out that side waist a little bit more. We'll come back to center, maybe take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then when you're ready, we'll bring knees into your chest and start to rock and roll, just massaging that low back and upper back. And take as many as you like, but we'll meet in hands and knees whenever you're ready. And we're going to open the knees a little bit more into a child's pose. Let the forehead rest to the mat. Maybe toes stay tucked. And just find your breath here. Toes can come untucked now. And we'll start to magnetize our fingertips into the ground. Cup the hands up a little higher as we reach our right hand up into the air. We'll thread the needle, right arm reaches under left, and then let the right side of your face drop to the earth. Still stay very active in that left hand though. Feel a big stretch along the back side of the right shoulder. Good. On your next breath in, stretch the right hand back out. Inhale, open that left hand up. Exhale, thread the needle through. Left arm coming towards the ground, left side of the face coming towards the ground. Still stay very active in the right hand now. Take a few breaths. And we'll stretch both hands back out. We're going to lower the elbows into the mat, and we're going to start to send our chest through our hands and come onto the belly, pop up onto the hands in this cobra shape. Toe mounds press to the floor, tent the fingertips to the outer edges of your mat, elbows high, and come up into this like spidery cobra pose. Inhale and exhale, lower. Inhale, rising up into whatever back bend feels good to you. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, rise up. 3 little waterfall waves. Exhale, lower. Hands come back by your sides. Elbows squeeze in. Gather your core. Press onto your knees. Lift up into a half plank. Keeping toes tucked, sit back into an active child's pose. Coming onto hands and knees now, we're going to begin to place the weight in our left hand as our right hand reaches up. So threading the needle a little higher now, we're going to open up one breath in and one breath out. Inhale, open up. Exhale, thread the needle through. Inhale, opening up one more time. Exhale, thread the needle through, rotating as much as you feel comfortable. And this time our right hand's going to reach up high to the sky. We're going to step back into this modified side plank. So left foot spins off your mat just a little bit, and we're going to push up into that right hip. Maybe stretching those right fingertips over your head long, and if it's available, start to lift the right leg. We're going to begin to exhale, tap that elbow to knee, and then inhale, open back up. Exhale, crunch everything in. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, expand long. Exhale, we're going to reach that hand up to the sky, place the right knee back to the earth. Inhale, open up cat pose and cow pose. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And last one, exhale. Coming back to neutral spine, we'll place the weight into the right hand as we reach our left hand up high to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle through. Inhale, open that heart up high to the sky. And exhale, thread the needle through, rolling onto the shoulder. Inhale, last one. Exhale, thread the needle through. On this last one, we're going to open up the arm and slide that left leg back. Maybe the right foot spins off the edge of your mat. So we're in this modified side plank. Maybe that arm stretches over your head long as you arc the side waist. And then if it's available, lifting that left leg off the ground. Inhale, and then exhale, tap elbow to knee. Inhale, open up. Exhale, tap elbow to knee. One more time, inhale, open up. And exhale, tap elbow to knee. So we'll inhale, opening up, and gently lower hand and foot back to the earth, coming into our cat-cows here. So inhale, open up cow pose. Exhale, round up cat pose. Inhale, so linking the movements with our breath. Exhale, curl and round up. Inhale, opening up. Last one. Exhale, curl and round up. Good. So staying on hands and knees, or maybe lift the knees an inch off the mat. Hold the core. As you take a breath in, we'll extend the right leg out long behind you. Exhale, draw that knee in towards your nose. Inhale, building a lot of heat, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. And exhale, knee to nose. Good. Inhale, extend. Place that right foot back to the earth, but keep the knee lifted. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, knee to nose. Good. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, knee to nose. Give me one more. Inhale. And exhale. Elongate the leg one more time. Place the foot back onto the mat. Knees still lifted. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, sink those knees down. Good. Open the heart. Inhale, curl into cat pose. Exhale, open up cow pose. Good. Exhale, cat pose. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Begin to untuck the toes. Sink back onto your heels into a hero's pose. Feel free to cushion under the legs if you need it. As we take a breath in, we'll sweep our hands overhead high and draw our hands to heart center, finding our breath once more. On an in-breath, reach your hands up as you extend your hips off the heels, and exhale, pulse back in. Inhale, lift up using the strength of your quads, the front of your thighs, to lower your body down. Exhale. Inhale. If it's available in the shoulders, cactus the arms as you exhale. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbows come wide into cactus. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, cactus those arms. Sweep the fingers in front of you, back into this active child's pose. Wave your heart forward into a modified plank and then rise your knees up and back into our first down dog of our practice. So the shoulder blades set into place as we start to pedal our feet out. Remember to spread your fingers very wide on your mat to share the weight of your upper body with the whole hand and not just on the wrist. You can get playful here and kind of rotate your heels side to side if that feels good on your body. And when you're ready, we'll just still the feet and take a breath out. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, walk or step to the top. As you take a breath in, place your hands on your shins, find a long spine, halfway lift, and exhale, knees get really soft as you fold. So we'll find a ragdoll, and you might find grabbing opposite elbows feels good to you, or maybe hands rest at the floor. Feel free to keep the body still or gently rock side to side, maybe shake the head yes and no. When you're ready, we'll still the body and roll up simply one vertebra at a time like we did in those bridges, all the way up into mountain pose, Tandasana. Open the heart up as you bring hands overhead and then hands come to heart center. Find your breath. On your next breath in, circle your hands over your head high, and exhale, we'll forward fold all the way down. Inhale, we'll find that halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, plant your hands, and we'll step into a plank position or downward facing dog. So we'll move through our first vinyasa of our practice. We'll all meet in plank pose. Knees or toes lower all the way to the floor. On a breath in, toe mounds press down as you rise up into a back bend of choice, little cobra. And exhale, wave your heart back to the mat. Gather your core, knees or toes, plank pose, and then exhale, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Peek to the top of your mat, walk, step, or lightly float to the top of your mat. On an in-breath, we find our halfway lift, and on an out-breath, we fold into. Inhale, heart rises strong, hands overhead. Exhale, fold all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, plant your hands, stepping into downward dog. We'll wave through our next vinyasa or choose to skip a vinyasa if you would like. Exhale, lowering half or all the way to your mat. Inhale, finding a lower high cobra. Exhale, coming back into plank. And on an in-breath, we'll push back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Inhale, look to the mat, walk, step, or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, heart rises strong, hands overhead high, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, plant your hands, step into downward facing dog. On your next breath in, taking your next vinyasa, plank pose, exhale, lowering half or all the way to the mat. Now, if upward facing dog is in your practice, keep those thighs lifted. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Feet step together, look to the top of your mat, walk, step, or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, fold. Sink your hips low into chair pose, moving through Sun B. Take one more breath in, and hands can come wherever they feel most comfortable, whether that's at heart center, in front of you, or overhead. And then as you exhale, we'll gently begin to forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, maybe come right into plank pose, lower half or all the way to the mat. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. And on the exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, feet step together, right leg lifts high to the sky, knee comes towards your nose, and step right foot to right thumb. Now back heel's going to spin down, but we can open that foot up as much as we need to as we rise into warrior one. Hips square forward, shoulders square forward. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, plant your hands either side of your right foot. Left heel spins up high, step into plank pose. Take your next vinyasa. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet step together, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee comes towards nose. Step left foot to left thumb as you spin your right heel to the mat. Square hips forward, shoulders forward, find warrior one. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, we'll place hands on either edge of that left foot. Step into your plank pose. Take your next vinyasa or choose to rest. Good. All meeting in downward facing dog in your own time. Next breath in, we'll bring our feet together. Look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step, or playfully hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Hips sink low, knees bend right into chair pose. Hands come where they feel most comfortable. And then exhale, we'll forward fold, moving a little bit more fluidly. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step to plank pose. Take your next vinyasa or choose to skip this one and come straight to downward facing dog. Okay, take a breath in, take a breath out. Feet step together, right leg high. Exhale, knee comes towards nose, right foot steps to right thumb, back heel to the mat. Rise warrior one on one breath in, and on one breath out, we place our hands right back down. Take your next vinyasa, half or all the way to the mat, or choose to skip. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet step together, left leg high. Exhale, knee comes towards your nose. Step left foot to left thumb. Back heel spins to the earth as we rise up. Warrior one strong. Exhale, plant your hands back to the earth. Step into plank pose. Take your next vinyasa or choose to rest. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. And then we'll pause and take a few breaths here. This can be in downward facing dog or in child's pose. Inhale through the nose, exhale out through the nose. Next breath in, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, sink low into chair pose, hands either overhead high or maybe at heart center. Start to begin to shift the weight into your right foot as you pop your left heel off the mat. Stay there or maybe try to cross that left leg over the right. Sink a little lower, feel a stretch in the hip. Good. Take one more breath in. As we exhale, we'll unwrap the foot, slide your left foot all the way back into a lunge position. Open up your heart and pull the tailbone underneath you. Hands reach up high to the sky in a crescent lunge. Exhale, spin the hips open into warrior two. So back heel comes to the earth. Right knee rolls to the right edge of your mat. On your next breath in, open up into reverse warrior. Place that left hand lightly on your back thigh. And then as we come back to warrior two, we'll start to circle our hands on either edge of our right foot. Pick the left heel up and extend your right hand high to the sky. So feeling a nice outer right hip stretch here. Use a block if you need to under that left hand. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, circle that right hand back to the earth. We'll step into plank pose. Take your next vinyasa as you lower down. On an in-breath, we'll come into your back bend of choice. And then on an out-breath, we'll find downward facing dog. Okay, take a breath in and take a breath out. Inhale, peek to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step, or playfully hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Sink the hips low, come into chair pose. Hands come where they feel most comfortable, but we'll start to shift the weight into the left leg. Maybe try to cross that right leg over the left thigh. Sink a little bit lower and find your balance. Take one more breath in, and as you exhale, we'll gently unwrap the right leg, but we're going to use control to send that right foot straight back into a lunge position. Draw your tailbone down, extend that back leg long, and reach the hands up if it feels available to you. On your next breath in, hold, and on your next breath out, open up into Warrior Two. So back heel spins to the earth, roll the left knee to the outer edge of that left side of your mat. Gaze over the front hand strong. Inhale, and then exhale, open up into a reverse warrior. So light on the back hand, stretching that left hand up high. Exhale, we'll come into Warrior Two for just a moment and then cartwheel the hands on either edge of your left foot. So back heel is up now as we reach our left hand high to the sky. Feeling an outer left hip stretch. Open up the heart, extend the back knee long. Take one more breath in and then exhale, we'll begin to circle that left hand back down to the earth. Step into your plank pose. Take a rest or take your next vinyasa. Inhale, opening up the heart, and exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, prepare, walk, step, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Sinking the hips low, find chair pose. So shifting the weight into the right foot. We'll either cross that left leg over the right, or maybe cross the left ankle over the right into this little figure four shape. A big stretch in the left deep hip rotators. So sink as low as you feel comfortable. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, gently unwrap that leg, slide back into our crescent lunge. Inhale, open up the heart, maybe a little bit deeper into a small back bend. As you exhale, find Warrior Two. Take a breath in, reach forward. Exhale, find that reverse warrior. Open up the heart. Warrior Two for a moment. Cartwheel hands down. Spin the back heel up as you reach the right hand up high. Start to roll to the pinky toe edges of the feet. Maybe stay here or heel toe that right foot into a modified side plank for more support. If that feels okay, stack right ankle on top of left for a full side plank. Gather up the left core. Take one more breath in. Exhale, open up the feet, come into plank pose, take your next vinyasa, or choose to rest. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat, prepare. Exhale, walk, step, or float forward. Same thing, other side. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, sink the hips low, chair pose. Weight shifts into the left leg now, so either crossing that right, I mess up a little bit here, either crossing that right leg over the left thigh or crossing right ankle over that left thigh. So opening up that figure four stretch, feel a deep hip rotation stretch. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, unwrap the legs, slide back into a controlled crescent lunge. Open up the heart, maybe back bend just a little bit here. And exhale, open up Warrior Two. Inhale, look to the front of your mat. Flip the front palm, reach, and exhale, reverse. Open the side waist. Inhale, find Warrior Two for a moment. Exhale, cartwheel hands down. So as the back heel lifts, we'll roll that left hand up to the sky. Maybe you spin to the knife edges of both of your feet. Now, we can heel toe that left foot in a little bit more for a modified side plank, or come to full side plank, whatever's in your practice. Pause here for just a moment. And then wherever you are, we'll begin to make our way into a plank position, maybe taking our next vinyasa or coming straight into downward facing dog. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Feet step together, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step, or playfully hop. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Sinking lower into our chair pose. Good. Hands come to heart center. Maybe cross that left ankle right over the right thigh. Good. Pause for just a moment. And we're going to stay in balance mode here. So as we exhale, we're going to come up into warrior three. So unwrapping the leg, we'll think about our body like a seesaw. So as my head comes down, my foot rises up, and my standing leg elongates as much as I feel comfortable. Good. We'll hold here for just one more moment, maybe reaching to the ground and now finding a standing splits. Hands can come wherever they feel most comfortable. Maybe both hands come to the back of the leg for even deeper balance challenge. And when you're ready, hands come back to the earth, sink low into a lunge, and then rise those hands up high. Open the heart, and then exhale, warrior two, a familiar flow. Inhale, reach that right hand forward. Maybe take the left hand behind your back, the top of your left hand behind your back for a half arm bind. And we'll find this beautiful shoulder opening reverse warrior situation here. Good. Finding warrior two when you're ready, cartwheel those hands down, spin the back heel up as right hand reaches high to the sky. So finding the pinky toe edges of our feet, coming into that modified or full plank. Now maybe arc the right chest up as we open that right hand, and maybe we flip the dog into Wild Thing. So if you've never done Wild Thing before, this is a great way to transition into it. Wherever you are, plank or Wild Thing, gather the core, reach that right hand back to the top of your mat. Take your next vinyasa or choose to skip this one. Beautiful. Good. Feet together. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top. Inhale, find halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, hips sink low, chair pose. Maybe hands finding heart center here. We'll begin to shift the weight to the left leg as right ankle crosses over left thigh in that figure four stretch. So we'll pause here for just a moment, but we are moving into warrior three. So we're going to stay in the mind space of balance here. Unwrapping that leg, my head starts to drop down as my leg lifts up. So my leg cannot lift up and my head cannot lower if the other is not doing the opposite. So think of your body as a seesaw. Otherwise, you're going to feel this all in your low back. When you're ready, start to reach the earth, elongate your left leg a little bit more and find that standing splits. So hands can absolutely stay on the floor, but if you feel ready, you can grab one hand for the back of the leg or maybe two, which is quite challenging for me. You can see my foot is going crazy here. Good. Hands reach back to the earth. We'll find our crescent lunge when you're ready. Hands reach up high to the sky. Open the heart as much as it feels good to you. And exhale right into warrior two. So maybe flip the front palm open. Take the back of your right hand to the small of your back. If it's available for you, you might even reach farther, but opening up into this reverse warrior, kind of finding these cool shapes with our bodies if it feels right to you. And then we'll find warrior two together, arms extend long, cartwheel the hands either edge of the left foot and spin the left hand to the sky. So pinky toe edge of the feet to transition into side plank. Maybe start to reach that left arm over your head long, arc that body up to the sky, and you'll feel that left foot almost become weightless and want to come behind you. That left foot plants as you come into a Wild Thing. Open the heart on a breath in. Exhale wherever you are, gather up the core, find a plank pose. And here is your option to take your next vinyasa or find downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Inhale, we'll begin to bring our feet together, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top. So kind of finding the most intense variation now. Exhale, fold of that flow. Sink our hips low into chair pose. So hands will come to heart center. Place the weight in the right foot. We're going to start to take that left ankle over the right thigh. So finding our figure 4 here. And if we want to go a little deeper, maybe we start to reach the elbows towards the shin, maybe the upper arms towards the shin, and maybe we get really, really low. So we're going to try to attempt to move into flying pigeon. So if this is not in your practice, don't feel stressed about this, but we're going to hook the left toes around the upper right arm bone. Place the weight in your hands and see if you can pull that right heel in towards your glutes and maybe try to extend. So as you can tell, this pose is kind of new to me, not very comfortable. But when you're ready, we're going to come back up into our figure 4 stretch into warrior 3. Good. Holding here, and then we'll exhale, begin to reach the mat and find standing splits. So if you want to play with that pose a little bit more, feel free to pause this video and go back into that. We're going to move a little bit swiftly here today. Sink that left heel into the mat, find your crescent lunge, open the heart, exhale, warrior 2, our familiar flow. Reaching forward and exhale, find a reverse warrior of your choice and flow nice and easy, hands down either edge of that foot. So coming right into side plank or right into wild thing. Open the heart, exhale, find your vinyasa. So moving very swiftly here, one breath in, one breath out. Take your time. We'll all meet in down dog. All of that on the other side. Inhale, look towards the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sink your hips low, find chair pose. Hands come to heart center. Weight shifts to our left foot, cross right ankle over left thigh. So again, you can absolutely stay right here or get low. So elbows reaching towards the shin, maybe upper arms magnetizing towards the shin. But listen to your back, listen to your hips. If that's not available, don't go there. So on this side, you can see a little bit better. My toes are absolutely hooking into my arm bone. That is my lock there. I place my hands on the floor just like I would for crow pose and just start to find weightlessness in that left leg as I extend it out long. Again, take your time with that one, but when you're ready, we'll come back up, extend into warrior 3. Good. Take a moment here and exhale, fold into standing splits. Good. Sink low into a crescent lunge. Open the heart up high. Good. Maybe back bend slightly. And as you exhale, find warrior 2 on one breath in. Exhale, find a reverse warrior, one breath out. Inhale back to warrior 2, cartwheel hands down, back heel lifts, spin left hand to the sky. Find your side plank variation or maybe even wild thing as you open the heart on a breath in. Exhale, take your next vinyasa, lowering down. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, downward facing dog. Lots of playfulness, lots of heat. I challenge you to come back to this practice often and just see how it feels today versus how it feels in maybe a year from now. Building your practice, always exploring, always playing. When you're ready, we'll sink into a child's pose and rest. So maybe you've lost your breath here a little bit. Just try to slow it down. All the hard work is over. We'll come into easy seat when you're ready. We'll just find some deep stretches here. So begin to stretch your right leg out long and bend the left knee in towards you a little bit more. We'll place the bottom of the left foot onto the right inner thigh and get on the sits bones a little bit more. Place the right hand behind you in support as you raise the left hand high. So we're going to reach across our body for the pinky toe edge of that right leg. And that might not be the pinky toe edge, that might be the knee or the shin, but when you feel ready, we'll extend that right hand forward and deeply fold. Maybe feeling this on the left side waist, that quadratus lumborum, your QL. You may find one side feels completely different than the other side. When you're ready, we'll lift your chest back up. Swing your left hand behind you and push your hips open in this beautiful little modified Wild Thing back bend opener, counter stretching that forward fold. And exhale, gently lower the hips back to the mat. So begin to pull that left knee up and cross left foot over right thigh. We're going to wrap the right arm around the left thigh and open the left hand to the back of your mat. So a little gentle spinal twist. If that feels good, maybe take the elbow to the outer edge of that upper thigh and twist a little deeper, maybe even looking back over the left shoulder. Take one more breath in, and as we exhale, we'll begin to open our chest back to the front of our mat. Spin our chest over to the right edge of our mat, and we're going to rock up onto the right hip. So pushing the elbow into the inner left knee, spin the heart open and look over the right shoulder. Now feel free to stay here as long as you like. I invite you to get a little bit playful and attempt another arm balance called baby grasshopper. So pull that right elbow in towards you, fingertips facing the right edge of the mat. We're going to extend and reach for the pinky toe edge of the right foot. And as I begin to rock forward, lift your seat off the ground and placing the weight into that left foot and right hand. Good. Exhale, lower back down. So if you have time and you want to play here, just press the pause button and go back through that. But when you're ready, we'll all come into easy seat, slide the hands behind you, fingertips face the front of your mat, and find a tabletop, reverse tabletop pose. Beautiful. Let the head drop back as much as you feel comfortable, stretching the shoulders. Easy, sink the hips and let the head come back to neutral. We'll begin to extend your left leg long and open the right knee out by placing the right foot to the inner left thigh. So left hand supports behind you, right hand reaches high, and then reach across towards the pinky toe edge of your left leg and swing that left arm forward into a deep fold. So again, this side may feel completely different than the other side, and that's okay. We just are aware of those imbalances and we strive to balance them out. Breathe deeply into that right rib cage. Open up your quadratus lumborum. And on the next breath in, we'll lift your chest up high. We're going to sweep our right hand behind us. As we push into our knee and foot, we'll open up the heart in this beautiful reverse Wild Thing. Pushing the hips open, again, counter stretching that deep forward fold. And as we exhale, we'll circle all the way back down onto our bum and lift that right knee high as we cross right foot over left thigh. So wrap the left arm around that right thigh as you pull the right hand behind you. Lift your chest up taller and look over the right shoulder. Stay there or take that elbow to the upper right thigh and twist a little deeper. Each exhale wrings the lungs out a little bit deeper. And when you're ready, we'll gently exhale, unwrap, and then coming to the left edge of our mat, we'll open our heart to the left side, rock up onto your left hip a little bit more. You can see a little bit better here, pushing my elbow into that inner knee, spin the heart away from that right inner thigh, and open the heart. Good. Maybe feeling a stretch along the chest, along the neck, along the left edge of your body. And then stay here. Again, I invite you to get playful into that baby grasshopper. So reaching towards that left pinky toe edge of your foot, we'll pull the elbow in, fingertips press strong into our mat, facing the left edge of our mat. Again, everything squeezes in and up. So as my head starts to lower, I start to lift my hips, thinking about that seesaw motion, holding here as long as I feel comfortable. And then on an exhale, lower the seat back down. Again, take your time, pause the video, practice as long as you'd like. We'll take one more of those reverse tabletop positions. So bending the knees, pushing the heart up high. Let the head drop back. Fingertips are faced to the front of your mat. And then exhale, lower your seats. And we'll extend the legs a little bit longer and we'll roll all the way down onto our back. Good, so just take a moment here. Maybe rock the knees gently from side to side, little windshield wiper blades. Finding very relaxed rotation in the low back. We'll still the knees, extend your legs out long, place your hands by your side, and just for a moment or two, we'll find a Shavasana, closing the eyes. And we'll just begin to wiggle fingers and toes, extend your arms long. Exhale, roll to your side and come to easy seat when you are ready. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.